This is a download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. Radio 1 Podcast. The Scott Mills Daily.
Last time on Laura's Diary, Laura didn't know what to do, so she wrote to Spice Girl Melanie C for help. She knew that Mel liked to receive mail and reads all of them, because she said it on Live and Kicking. Now, for the next part of Laura's Diary, the final season, here's Mary Foxy.
Good morning.
Fox Mary, good morning. Now, we haven't mentioned this week, so could you just remind people of why you're called Fox Mary again?
Because when I was younger, I wanted to be a fox.
Right, okay, here's Laura's Diary at 8:16 on Radio 1.
8th of September, 1998. Dear Diary, Ben said Charlotte again in his sleep last night.
No.
When I heard it, I felt sick. Once is bad enough, but twice? What is it about her? And in massive capital letters, she is not even pretty.
I have a nice personality, though.
Yeah. Bubbly.
I can't say anything, because if I do, then Ben might just say, let's end it now. Maybe she's been flirting with him. Maybe she secretly fancies him. What the hell gives her the right to flirt with my boyfriend and manipulate him like that? No wonder he's saying her name in his sleep. She's poisoned his mind.
Oh no, Laura.
And then she's kind of carved into the page, she is evil.
Right.
And then she's written a little sort of poem.
And the poem?
Sometimes I feel we're so far apart, but you are always in my heart. You are always on my mind. I know you find the words are hard to find.
Brilliant.
I've never felt like this before, and I've never felt so sure. I worry and panic that I'm not right. I think of you when I'm alone at night. Are there others?
It's good, it's rhyming.
Rubbish. Are there others you much prefer, whose advances I should deter? Knowing exactly what they say, tempting you while the cat's away.
Good, that.
Cat Laura.
I know I'd be stupid not to give this a go, but it's just so hard when you say there's no tomorrow. Why did you say the name of that harlot?
Oh, I think I know what might rhyme here. I think I know what might rhyme at the end. What?
Do you have a hidden love of Charlotte?
Oh, brilliant.
I do believe in what will be, and we may split up when you could go to uni. But not before I have tried all I can. I am your lady, and you are my man. Love, Laura. P.S. Mel B is pregnant too now.
And they're all getting pregnant, aren't they, in the Spice Girls? Why did you say that name of that harlot? Do you have a hidden love of Charlotte? That's amazing. Thanks, Mary.
Cheers, love.
Speak to you tomorrow for the penultimate Laura's Diary.
Okay, bye.
That means the second to last. It's 8:19. Love you, Mary. Oh, she's gone already.
Told you. Anything you really bond with her?
Chris Moore, your show with Scott Mills, 'cause Chris is on holiday. International Radio 1.
Ever had a stay away from her or stay away from him? Hello, Radio 1.
Hi there,
Hello, who's that, please?
it's Susie.
Where are you, Susie, today?
I'm in Wisbeach.
Home of Wisbeach Market.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, tell me a story.
Well, it wasn't me who was actually warned off. My boyfriend now was warned off of me after going out with me for one date.
Why, what's wrong with you?
Well, apparently I was psycho.
Right. Okay, and what happened?
Well, it was just pulled aside one night at the pub. I found out about, a month later, it was just pulled aside at the pub one day by friends and warned that I was psycho and not to go near me because things would happen, apparently.
Okay, and what did the guy decide to do?
He ignored the advice, apparently, so we're still together.
How long have you been together now?
Just over a year.
Are you a psycho?
Sometimes.
Oh, and honest.
Yeah. At least you're honest, my love, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm female, come on.
Even more, Gwen in Cardiff says, yes, I was told to stay away by my ex-girlfriend's husband. Another one says, I had my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend phone me to warn me that he was no good. She followed us to clubs, watching us, and still tells me the same thing 3 months on. If you look at the text, there are so many coming in from people that have been warned off. Right. They're all good, but they're not as good as this, right? I got an email from a guy called Ben. So, let me just kind of fill you in on the story. Ben goes out with this girl, right? And they get on pretty well. And he's thinking that he quite likes her, and he's getting the feeling that she quite likes him back. Mostly because she kind of understands his slightly left field humour and likes a lot of the same things as him, a lot of TV, same kind of hobbies, films. It's like me, if I found a girl who liked Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion as much as I do, I'd be like, yeah, Walla, we've got a real bond there.
Together for life.
Yeah.
Perfect match.
Anyway, so they both go their separate ways at the end of the night, and they swap numbers, and she says that she will give him a call to meet up again at some point. As you do. Now, the next day, Ben's phone goes, but he's kind of in and out of meetings. He's having one of those really busy days, pretty much all day, so he can't pick up the phone. But it's her number calling him, right? But he has to kind of just ignore it. So he lets it go to voicemail. After the meeting, he listens back to his messages on his voicemail, and that is what I'm going to play you now, because Ben has sent them to me on an MP3.
Okay.
This is strange, right? This is the message he gets from her number. The message, right? Now, he doesn't think that's her.
Right.
He's like, what is that? Right. And then, he didn't think too much of it, but then gets another one, a bit later on, also from the same number.
Leave her alone.
Now, that is clearly a small child saying leave her alone, right? And it has definitely come from this girl's number who he went on a date with.
Leave her alone.
So he calls her back, and it's all fine. They had a chat, all good. And Ben does mention that he's got these two slightly strange messages from her number on his mobile. And she's like, oh, that's funny, and kind of brushes it aside really quick. Now, Ben thinks something quite weird is going on now, right? Because she really did kind of avoid it.
I think he might be right.
Yeah. But anyway, they arranged to meet up the next day for another date. That same night, the night before the date, Ben gets woken up by his phone ringing, and it's her number again. It's now 2:30 in the morning. Now, his first thought is, good morning. It's a booty call. But he answers it, and they just hang up. It's just silent, and then they hang up. And it is definitely her number, right? This happens 3 more times at 2:30 in the morning. They call, he answers, they hang up. So, as anybody would if they wanted to get some sleep at that time, he just switches his phone off. Gets up the next morning, and this is what he has on his voicemail. 3 messages.
He doesn't want to know you.
She doesn't want to know you.
You stink.
You stink. And finally,
Go away.
go away.
This is really spooky.
Right. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a kind of horror film.
It is.
So, he meets up with this girl later on that night, explains what's going on, and lets her listen to the messages that I've just played you on his phone. And then she's like, right, yeah, that's my son. Now, she has completely failed to mention at any time before this that she has a 6-year-old son, right? Now, if you're going out with somebody, maybe if you've seen them just once, would you mention that on the first meeting, would you?
Yeah.
Maybe she thinks it would scare him off. Well, the kid's doing a good enough job of that himself, isn't he? Apparently, she just went on to explain that apparently her son doesn't really like it when she goes out with guys, new blokes.
Okay.
And she just kind of laughs it off as something insignificant, and the date continues. They have a laugh about it. It's all fine. Then, the next morning, he wakes up and has this message on his phone.
You better watch out.
You better watch out. Now,
I like this kid.
that is her son blatantly threatening him in a psycho voice. You better watch out.
I really like this kid.
So Ben is not quite sure what to do now. What do you do? Maybe this kid is dangerous. You'd be paranoid though, wouldn't you? Looking behind you at all times for a 6-year-old with a water pistol.
Being terrorised by a 6-year-old.
Now Ben's kind of wondering if it's really worth it now, because obviously this kid is not into him in any way. What do you do?
Oh, no, the kid will be fine. I keep going out with her, honestly. The kid sounds hilarious.
You better watch out.
Radio 1 podcast. The Scott Mills Daily.
Now, yesterday, I don't know how we get onto this, but we discovered that you can put bleeps in just about anything and make it sound a lot ruder than it actually is. How did that all start? Oh, it's because we were going to...
I was trying to bleep Laura's...
the Florist Call, where we read out some erotic fiction that we could never play you on the air, so you tried to bleep it out, and it sounded even worse. It sounded more harsh because there were beeps in it. Then we beeped some of the holiday programme from the night before last. Wasn't rude at all, but sounded really wrong.
Yeah.
Now, we've got to work on George's news from yesterday. Have a listen to this. If you put beeps in it, this is a completely innocent news report, okay?
Our top story this morning's all about restrictions on f***ers pouring into Britain looking for jobs. Police are trying to find a lorry load of whiskey which was stolen last night. Thieves broke into the lorry while the driver was taking a
Radio 1. You